Good morning. I gotta show you guys how I'm recording this right now. There's us. Okay, we got tripod here. We got one leg kicked all the way out. Excuse me, by the way, my car is clean. I need to clean it today. Then we got the two legs in the back, seatbelt holding it down just in case any bumps and stuff like that shake it. It's probably still gonna be shaky, but we're gonna make it work. Nonetheless, it is Saturday morning or Sunday morning. If I don't get workouts in the morning, I tend to not work out at all because my days just get busy. Things come up. I hang out with my sister, I do stuff with my sister, I do stuff with family, I clean around the house, and by the time the afternoon comes, the evening comes, I end up just being too busy, or I end up being too tired or lazy, and so I just try to make sure that I do it first thing in the morning if I do work out in the mornings, or if I do work out on the weekends. And so that's what I'm going to do this morning. We're going to work out some arms. Let's get going, actually. So I moved recently, for those of you that don't know, but I didn't move on the other side of the town that I live in. Therefore, kind of away from some of the things that used to be very close to me. And this gym that I go to that used to be 13 minutes away is now 22 minutes away. I don't know how this is going to work. I really hope that... Yep, I knew it. Fuck. I might have to change it up a little bit. Hold on. I'm going to change you up a little bit. We're going to go a little over here. We're going to go I'm going to place it like that. And then, do I want to go down more? I've done this once, and it worked well. I can't remember how I did it though. Alright, we're going to try that. See if that works. With the seatbelt and everything too. I need to get the little suction thingy that'll just hold you guys down onto a window, but that is going to be a purchase for me to make later down the road. I need to buy me a new camera first, so we're gonna go ahead and buy the camera first before I start buying new gear. But it'll be a convenient thing that I do because I am driving a lot right now. So I did move to another part of the town that I live in, and it's on the east side of it. A lot of the stuff that I normally do was on the west side because obviously I was living there for the last year, so it just made more sense to be over on that side. But now that I'm over here, my drives are a little bit farther to get to the places that I normally do go to. So my gym is now 21 minutes away with no traffic. See, the bad thing though is that when the times that I do want to go, normally in the afternoons, there are traffic. So it's normally 30 minutes to get to the gym. So I don't work out normally on the weekends because it will take me 30 minutes to get there. And I think that's honestly too much of my time. I think I can do a little bit of stuff more productively and more efficiently. And so what I do normally is, if I'm working out, it'll be Monday through Friday, where I will go right after work, because from my job or from my shop that I meet up at every day, Monday through Friday, it is only 13 minutes away. And because I'm already on that side of the town, it just makes more sense to do that. So that's kind of my workaround with this whole thing, because I could just go to a gym that's a lot closer to me, pick up my sister from school, go to that gym that's probably 10 minutes away from me, and then do that. But there are a lot of things that kind of come into play with that gym. That gym is not paid for me because my boss, he wanted to go through the company to get a gym membership for himself and me and my other coworker. So because he did that, and I'm basically getting a gym membership for free, I'll take advantage of having a free gym membership. And that gym membership is expensive. It's $165 for the gym membership that I have to do. It's a very bougie ass gym, but it's honestly a very, very nice gym with very good equipment, great community, great atmosphere, great equipment, if I didn't say that already, and just a good gym all the way around. Like, it has everything you need, great showers, sauna,
Great locker rooms, all that. Like, it's got everything you need. It's like a smaller Alpha Land. But yeah, I love working out there. I am able to make great content on there. Everything's good over there. So it just kind of benefits me more to stay there. And like I said, my job's 13 minutes away. And so after my workouts, I just go and pick up my sister, because my sister's also on that side of the town. So for now, I told myself for now, for this school year, and for this, basically for the school year, we'll see how it goes. If it becomes too much, then yes, I'll move my gym, and I'll end up moving my sister's school closer to where we're at. But for now, I can make it work. It's not that big of a deal to me. But I am very big on, like, okay, if it's taking too much time out of my day, like, I could be using that time for a lot of other things that are a lot better, probably. I can probably get more work done. I can probably edit more. I can probably make more videos, things like that. So I'm definitely still thinking about it. How ineffective is it? What are the kind of like the positive and negatives? And then if negatives become too much, then I'll just end that gym membership. But that's something that you guys can do. Like, if you guys have trouble getting to the gym, then that's one thing that you can think about. Like, you may be having a 9 to 5 like I do, and you need to figure out how you can get the time to go to the gym. Well, the time that you can do is either right after work, meaning you go to that gym right after work and you go take your shower and go get dressed or whatever, and then get to the fucking gym. Or you do it bright and early in the morning. Like, you got to figure it out. There's always a way. I just said last night in my live, like, everything is figure outable, and I think that's the mindset you got to have, is like, be resourceful. There's always a way. Just kind of work them out, work the ways out, and see what works best for you. So that's where I'm headed to. Gym is 20 minutes. And you know what? The old gym that I used to go to was like 15 minutes away. So I was making that commitment already. And so I was thinking to myself, I'll just still go 15 minutes to go to the gym. Because the gym before that as well, I was literally going to drive 4 minutes away. And so that's the ideal thing. The ideal thing for you to be consistent in going to the gym every day and making it as easy as possible is to make sure that you have a gym that's only like 5 minutes away. Like, that's ideal. That's how you're going to stick to a habit of any sort, is make it easy as possible for you to do that habit. So going to the gym, like, yes, go find a gym that is very, very close to you, so that there's no, I don't want to drive in traffic, and I don't want to make it to this workout because I got to drive so long. You got to, make it easy as possible for you, and then make it routine. Choice of caffeine is going to be Red Bull, the Amber Edition, sugar-free strawberry apricot. Absolutely delicious. Oh, speaking of that, I forgot to bring I have a pump pre-workout, and I have amino acids that I did not take. I don't take a lot of supplements, if I'm being completely honest. I know I should, but I've always never had the extra money, or at least I never made myself be okay with spending my money in that way. I always thought I needed to spend money in different ways because I can still make progress without taking supplements. But supplements are there to, again, supplement things that you need in order to have a better workout and feel better and all that stuff. And I just don't have anything right now. So I always forget, even when I do buy my supplements, that there's things that I could use to fuel myself and to make myself feel better throughout my days. And so I always forget to take my shit. And so I forgot to take my amino acids today. I'm also working out fasted, so we're going to see how that goes. I normally can. There's really no issues, but when you start getting leaner and leaner, and then you start working out fasted, you can definitely feel a difference. Because what happens when you're fasted is, like, your body's going off of the fat that you have in your body to use as energy and fuel. And if you have very low amounts, it gets harder and harder to do that. but I don't think I'm super lean. So I'm lean, but not super lean. So we'll see how it goes. And it is arm day, so it's not like I'm gonna have like super heavy weight, and it's not gonna be super taxing on my body. So we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be fine. Plus, I had pizza last night. Leroy, who is a follower of mine from TikTok, I was going live last night, and he's actually hooked it up before, but he went ahead and Venmoed me some money to buy some pizza. So he bought me and my sister pizza for last night, and I went ahead and ordered some. My address, by the way, this is like a side quest. My address, because this house is a built-on home, the address isn't like registered in Google Maps and things like that. If you go on Apple Maps, you can find it and it'll take you to it, but it actually takes you to the 2 houses down. So I've had that issue where it literally takes you to the wrong house. I ordered the pizza and had it delivered to my address, my actual address. And then I was like, you know what? I was playing Call of Duty Warzone with my buddy, and like 45 minutes passed by, and I was like, that's weird. Like, I still haven't heard anything. I asked my sister because she was on her phone hanging out in the other room while I was playing the game. And I asked her, I said, did anybody come by and drop off the pizza? And she said no. And I was like, that's weird. So I walked outside, I checked outside to go look at it, and I was like, okay, nothing. So I went to go call, and I was like, okay, I'm going to call, figure out, see if they're still on their way, because on the email as well, it still said packing and ordering. Like, it has like a little tracking marker to say if it got shipped or not. And I called to check with my address and everything, because that's how you like register what meal are you calling for, and it said it was delivered. I was like, well, that's not fucking true, because I don't have my pizza. And what has happened before, like I said, like people go to the address that's mine and it says that it's 2 houses down. So I went 2 houses down to see if there's pizza on their front doorstep, because I would have just taken it because it is my pizza. And I went down, and both houses that were next to me, that normally is the houses that people think that it's ours, I look and there's nothing there. So I was like, oh shit, what the hell? So I paused my game with my buddy, and then I called to talk to someone, and I said, hey, I haven't received anything, like, it says that it's delivered. And he's like, yeah, our delivery guy just delivered there, and yeah, it should be there. And I was like, well, I don't have my pizza, so I think it got mixed up. Can I get another one? And she's like, yeah, would you like a remake, or would you want like a coupon to get a free pizza? And I was like, I'd like a remake, because I was planning on eating it for dinner. So they had to go remake it, and then I was like, just call me when you get here, and then I will step outside to make sure that you can see me and give me the pizza. And they're like, yeah, sure enough, then we'll do it. And then that's when they told me on Google Maps, where they searched it, their address doesn't show up, which does make sense, because this is like a built-on home of a home. It's like a little studio apartment that was built on to a home that's already existing there. It's called the ADU housing. And so yeah, it wasn't registering on that. So that's kind of the shitty part, because I do get stuff delivered to that house. Like, I've gotten my clothing brands, or this fitness brand that I work with, like their stuff gets delivered to my place. Amazon packages get delivered to this place. I don't know if those people are just used to my address and they know that that's the place that I'm at, but so I think I'm gonna get a PO box, so just get everything delivered there, so it's just a little bit easier. Especially if people are gonna send me stuff, like companies or just people in general. Like, I would hate for something expensive or something very meaningful to get lost and delivered to the wrong people. I need to sit down and figure out what the hell I'm gonna do for 2025, and what are my goals, and what are the things that I'm thinking on or focusing on. When it comes to fitness, when it comes to social media, I'm a very big advocate of go and work and put in reps, rather than sitting back and thinking about things. But there is a point in time where you have proven that you can go ahead and put in the work and do the reps and go day by day and to be consistent. Now you need to I need to take a seat back, or take a step back, is what I was trying to say, and kind of think to myself, okay, what's working for me? What can I double down on? What's important to me? what's changed about what's important that was important in the beginning but now is different and not as important, or maybe more important, or things have come up that are more important than the original things. So I need to figure out what that looks like and what am I going to do with my time and days. Because it's one thing to do something over and over and over again, trying to get better at it, but you can always be doing the wrong thing. And so I'm trying to question myself and figure out what that thing is for me. And just trying to be a little bit more effective, a little bit more efficient with the things that I do, because I don't have a lot of time to do any of it right now with working a day job, 9 to 5. So an obligation that I have to go to Monday through Friday, trying to do social media that does take time, maybe not as hard physically and taxing on my body, but it still takes up time, it takes energy, attention, and then I have my sister that I raise, which takes a lot of time, attention, and energy. So I don't have a lot of other free time to work on all my other personal stuff. So I have to be very selective on what that stuff is. This is going to be the busiest that I've ever been in my life, probably. And so if I can figure out a way to make it work for my goals, to make this stuff work and accomplish my goals in the busiest time of my year, then when things die down, when I get to go full time out on my social media and get away from the 9 to 5, that should mean that I can double the amount of work and the amount of output and outcomes that I can produce. So, little lesson: if you can figure out how to do it when you're the busiest, then when you're not the busiest, then you're going to go tenfold on your productivity and your effectiveness and the things that you can create. And for me, that's a cool place to be. This gym is honestly very, very packed on the mornings, on the weekend mornings, because they do a lot of classes like Pilates and boxing and all these other classes that are big, I guess, for this community that I go to. It's always women that are going, which is, I'm not hating or anything like that. There's just a lot of women that are there. And being a single man, I'm definitely like keeping my head fucking straight or down, because I don't want to be giving off too much looks to any of them that are, enjoying themselves and having a workout. But yeah, I try to make sure that I'm respectful, and not that I'm not, but I don't like being that guy who's looking at other girls and stuff like that, so I'm like looking down and looking away and making sure that I am not the guy getting caught looking at people. That sounds weird even coming out of my mouth, but you know what I mean. Let's just say I try to be very respectful. And so if I can make it very clear that I'm not being disrespectful, I will make it very clear. I got a bonus this last paycheck, or right before Christmas, and then I get a good check from TikTok on the 15th of January, and so with that bonus, I'm going to go ahead and buy me a new camera. It's not going to be the absolute best camera. I'm still going to have to kind of get the entry-level one, but it'll be so much better than what I got right now. And it has internal stabilization or something like that. And then I can shoot 4K and all that stuff without cropping my video. And it just has better quality and better autofocus and stuff like that. So when I can, I'm definitely going to buy that thing. So 15th of January, I'll probably blow that whole check that I'm going to get from TikTok on it. So excited for that. All right, we are here. Let's go smash some arms. Let's have some fun, get a sweat going. So I'll see you guys in there. This arm day, because it's the end of the year, holidays are here, 2024 is coming to an end. I don't have a specific goal coming into the gym. These last 2 weeks, I've just been going to the gym when I need to go to the gym, 4 to 5 days a week, and just pushing my body, kind of having fun with a couple things here and there, and trying new things out, and kind of figuring out what my 2025 goals are going to be. So when I get into the gym, the focus is just to push myself, to get a good sweat in, to up there. I'm not trying to push any big numbers. I'm not trying to hit any PRs. I don't have any clear goals, so I'm just coming in to just keep staying healthy. Starting off with triceps, we're going to do a longer rope tricep extension. For some reason, I don't know if it's just because there's more range of motion, which I think that is the case, but with tricep extensions, having this longer rope, it does seem to help my elbows. It does seem to help the range of motion so that I can fully stretch it at the top and then fully extend it at the bottom. So I've been really enjoying the longer rope, making sure that I'm keeping my elbows tucked in and keeping my body kind of close to the rope and pulling it all the way down to my hips. And on my last set, I went ahead and did 8 to 10 reps, finished that off, dropped the weight 2 stacks on the cables, and went again for a drop set. And then I just do that until I can't do it no more. All right, next exercise that I started was a seated dumbbell curl. In this video, you will see that I started out with 2 hands, meaning I curled with both hands at the same time. And then when I started getting really tired, because I do seem to fatigue myself doing 2 arms at a time, giving that split little second of alternating, doing 1 at a time at the end, kind of gives me a little bit more extra reps at the end, just to kind of break down the muscle and push a little bit harder. So I will do however many I can do clean reps with 2 arms, and then when it starts getting sloppy, I will take a quick 5-second break and then start doing alternating curls, doing left arm, then right arm, and then left arm until I can't do it anymore. And doing little things like that, you know, whether that's dumbbell alternating curls, whether that's laterals, you know, doing it first 2 hands kind of burns out what you can with the both hands, and then doing that split little second kind of gives you an extra little push to get a couple more reps out. Just trying to break down the muscle even more. Now the key here too is just to make sure that your back's pushed up against that bench and not swinging. That's why I like to do it seated. Making sure that I'm twisting my wrist at the very top and trying to just accentuate that peak at the very top. So I did 2 sets here. Then I moved over to a close grip bench. Close grip bench or seated dips are, I think to me, the more power movements, more strength movements when it comes to your triceps. These are the movements that you really want to try to load as much weight as you can to try to get as many reps as you can. And there's different ways of doing this. So you could do heavier weight and doing a little bit more slower controlled reps, and that'll be building a lot more muscle. Or what you can do is you can focus on strength and explosiveness. And what you can do there is not so slow coming down, but when you explode up, you really want to explode and really think about like just punching through with the bar. So I did 2 sets there. On the second set, I went ahead and took the 25s off and then did a drop set just to kind of burn it all out. And again, in this one, I kind of focused a little bit more on, like I said, the strength and explosiveness. Normally I would probably go a little bit slower on the negatives, but here I just wanted to focus on strength. Next exercise, I went ahead and did a longer rope again with a hammer curl variation on the cables. This is going to work on the outer side of the biceps and then also on your forearms. So kind of a double whammy workout. I always try to incorporate hammer curls every arm day that I have, whether it's single arm dumbbells or it's going to be a cable like this. Hammer curls are always going to be great for just the girthiness, I guess, of your bicep. So I did 2 sets here, 8 to 10, and then again on the last set, I went ahead and did a drop set, lowered the weight a little bit, and jammed out as many reps as I could. All right, and last and final tricep exercise. I don't know what it is about an overhead dumbbell tricep extension for me, but I always seem to feel it the absolute most out of all the other tricep workouts that I do. I think it's because maybe the full stretch that I get to have at the very bottom and then being able to kind of extend it over my head. I don't know, I think it may just isolate the triceps more, but this is a tricep movement that I try to keep in every arm day. Whether it's with the dumbbell or whether it's with the cable, I'm always trying to kind of incorporate that in my arm days. And then in the video, you can kind of see like the smaller tricep head towards my elbow. It tends to work that out a lot too. So it's a great movement that I love to put into all my workouts. You don't really have to do a lot of drop sets. It's taxing enough and isolating enough that you can just do 2 or 3 straight sets, just as long as you're pushing yourself and doing a weight that's hard for 8 to 10 reps. And then moving over to the very last bicep workout. This is kind of like an isolation and hold thing. I don't know what the right scientific words for it are, but basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold one dumbbell in a flexed held position like I'm doing at a, 90-degree angle where it's flexed at the whole time, and then you're curling on the other arm. So how I did it in this video is, so the one arm that's stagnant and holding it stays there until I'm done with the other arm. The other arm, I'm doing it for 5 reps, switching off to the other arm, doing 5 reps, then switching back to the first arm that I started with, doing 4 reps, then going to the next one, doing another 4, and then I just keep doing that all the way down to 1. It's something I used to do in high school We used to do that for like laterals and things like that. So I went ahead and tried that out for my bicep workout for the finisher. And that's it, guys. That's an arm day that looks like it for me. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys like this stuff and I'll make more of them. Peace out, guys.
Ready? Flip. Ready? Flip again. Flip.
Try.
Hell no.